mean, PRX is the fastest attack team in this tournament, and you put them up against a DRX who, their whole game plan is around set plays with the Waylay and that Yoru agent select on your screens. It's Ascent, and there is not going to be any surprises. DRX go back to the Mosquito comp, PRX back to the Sage.
Yeah, the good thing, of course, that PRX decided to start on the defense. We just saw how important those runs, how important their reads are going to be.
As a head-to-head, I do think the double dive plays quite well into the Sage. Both the Yoru and the Waylay have ways to circumvent that slow or that wall, get into sight, and I think a lot of the game is going to come down to trying to overwhelm Devi on their attack side and how well he can hold up to that pressure.
I think that he's going to be brilliant at that, though.
Oh, more than likely, it's Devi we're talking about here, but here we go, folks. The last two teams from the Pacific region are ready to fight it out for a spot in the top three, and who better to call the action than the guys who have been telling their story all year long. Here's Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy. Yes, here we are again. The 11th time that these teams have clashed here in VCT. 15th time overall. If you look at the off-season events, this should be an absolute banger.
No doubt. It's two teams whose destinies have been intertwined, not just in name, but in the way that they perform, not just regionally, but globally. They're constantly at each other's throats to be going into the next level of events, to be taking trophies in Pacific. And this, as Mako said, in the pre-show interview, is the biggest one yet. They've only ever faced off internationals in the upper bracket finals at Reykjavik and Tokyo. And so now this is a do or die, and it's the first time they find themselves in that matchup in a global event.
Quiet to start things off here. DRX, of course, first on the attack. Still have the spike dropped in a neutral position. As a triple face forward up cat here from PRX, trying to see if they get a spot, get a catch, but so far, nothing quite being seen here. But DRX now getting clustered up outside of A main. And this is going to be the heaviest side of the map for PRX on the defense.
Yeah, kind of curious if PRX has some kind of anti-play here with that wall right at the door. Kind of shut down these duelists.
Paranoia going to be going through. That's going to be Hyunmin having to just go ahead and refract back. But Flashback ends up getting stranded on an island, and he gets taken down. Jing to find the opening kill.
Yeah, love the setup there from PRX. Playing off of Devi's wall. They've got a bunch of ability to shut things down. Something taking some damage. Couldn't trade out any to the DRX player.
A bit of whiffy for him. Already counter rotations here from PRX in case this ends up going to B, which it is. Gonna leave freeing on a bit of an island here as he tries to flush this. Yoru outspots the shoulder, finds a headshot, does eat damage on this point, but already PRX in their player's position well as Patman locks in. Is able to find Mako. Hyunmin gonna be taken down, freeing now dead in mid. That just leaves Bane, 70 HP, frantically trying to find a shot. Sends out the recon, but to no avail. Jing will collect the 3K and PRX get the opening pistol.
Yeah, a big win here, but it's all on the back of the initial strategy plus the mid-rounding from PRX, something that they have improved upon mightily, and I'm sure a lot of fingers would be pointing towards Mini in that regard, the way that they're able to slow down their play, the way that they're able to make these good rotations. You know, the trap plays have always been there, playing with that wall in the front, shutting down those duelists on the entry. You got so much ability for flashing and stalling with this comp that PRX runs. Playing around that is something I've been wanting to see more from this team on this map. You have so much utility on this defensive side to make life awful for the attackers.
Quick TP into Wine. Forward face into A main here. Gate crash going forward. That'll just get cleared out. For now, PRX very much having the upper hand. It's just going to be freeing. Sat back over towards B main. Full classics, of course, here for DRX, so see what kind of damage they're going to be able to deal.
Yeah, you got to be wary of Mako in that smoke. You don't want to give him a freebie with the classic there. Jing throws out the slow orb, just trying to delay beta response. Get some kind of info, but DRX playing it close to the vest.
Ball now at the ready. It's just going to be timing util across the board here for the side of PRX to keep things slowed down. Now the face in. Jing able to find himself a fourth. Cleans up one, steadies the spray, finds flashback. It's going to be another 3K, potentially more. As something swings around through Gelato, freeing a world away. It's a very easy kill, and it's looking like a flawless round. Is freeing. Best he can really muster is going to be a collection on the orb. He does need to die.
He does.
30 seconds left.
All comes up. PRX now pretty well aware of where he is going to be. Looks like he's going to try to hand this one over to something. Marshall here around the corner has the shot. Flawless fashion. It's a 2-0 start for PRX.
And again, I like the patience that we're seeing from PRX. They're not overcommitting to that angle. I mean, I think, do you think of PRX a year ago, 2 years ago, Jing and Forsaken are just rushing onto this A main position. Instead, they're playing smart. They're using that wall to set up a high-low. You know, Forsaken could even TP up on top of that wall, right, to add an extra layer to it. They have the smoke there that he can duck into to avoid the recon. There's a lot of really nice layers to that play from Jing and Forsaken. And if you can get the Battle Sage going here for PRX on this map, that is scary.
Upgrade now here to the Outlaw. Only one player with a half armor on the side of DRX. It's going to be flashbacks. We'll see if something is going to be able to get him in the sights. A little bit of taps there through the smoke. Mako unable to find a connection. Ups the back away. This time, though, DRX fully investigating mid.
Yeah, quite a big change up in the Vice utility here. They're really spreading it across the map from Devi. He's got the wall in mid.
Ooh, wide swing coming through. Fring going to be taken down. Flashback able to answer one of his own. His shot does connect there on the Hyunmin, puts him down to 10, and already that res available, but Jing does end up getting trade off the back of it. Maintains a 4v4, but damage dealt to a lot of players here on the side of the RX. The base port Patman able to find two as Bane and Flashback both get taken down through the clone.
Patman looking sharp to start. Hit some nice ones there.
Widely leaves just Mako as that Arc Rose flash goes through. The confirmed presence here on the site. He's trying to swing in. Saturate, trying to get that one around the corner. Rebounds off the wall. Does manage to get a minor connection, but they're very much held at bay, and the spike is still stranded in mid. DRX, like they're going to be in an unwinnable position, especially as Mako gets ready to swing this. A high-low setup with another player around the corner, and Cat, it's going to be Devi to find the kill. Get him in 10, just try to tuck away here in hell and hold on to this Vandal, but there's still 20 seconds.
Yeah, you would expect PRX to go on the hunt, considering it is their bonus. For sure, going to be looking for this. Already spamming down in there. Oh my God, those are so close.
Oh, and there you have it. Spray just a bit off. Something able to find it with the classic, and that's going to be the bonus conversion now coming through here for PRX once again. A very steady round.
I can't stress how impactful of a start this is for PRX, because if you think about this map, they've had shaky defenses throughout this Champions. PRX just hasn't really been able to find that consistency. They're often finding themselves in large deficits to start their defender side, and they have to claw back into those 5-7, 7-5 halves. And on the other side of the coin, DRX is generally very, very good on the attack on this map. And so all of these things coming into play are extremely concerning for the DRX players. They need to get something going here. Maybe not in this round, but for sure in the next.
Still a decent investment compared to what we're used to seeing from DRX. 3 stingers and some sheriffs, and well, there goes one of them. Ring shut down. Jing instant with the headshot. You've got Flashback just here on the other side of that wall, but Jing having dropped off here into the corner means that he is just not really going to be punishable from this position at all, and that wall is still going to be standing for quite some time. Flashback's just praying for a pixel out of place, but he's just not going to be given one.
They're just going to wait this out. Just trying to eat as much time as they can. But that drone, oh, doesn't get the spot.
Oh, well, there's the jump, but it's still going to be only minor damage taken again. The weaponry just not going to be strong enough. Wall now getting ready to fall. Has the clone there to try to body block, but Jing still will be able to find that headshot. Bane peeling back a kill as Devi gets the pump, gets the draw down with a ghost. And that's going to be the 4-0 start with 4 players still standing for PRX.
Yeah, I mean, the economy is going to be out of control for PRX, and they are looking so solid in their protocols. And you have to like the way that Jing is finding these timings with the Sage wall and is getting tons of value out of it. He's 9-1 now, and he's playing so confidently, so smart there. Even with the clone in his face, he's able to react in time to take Flashback down. A nice cheeky play from Flashback, but it's dealt with properly. And that's huge. That is frankly something that when I was watching the VODs, you know, when we were getting ready to come here to Paris, was the fact that you have these 2 walls in this comp, and I didn't like the way that PRX wasn't necessarily always getting value out of them. They were often just throwing them down in the early part of the round and then, you know, trying to place a mid-round after that, and they still often were getting the misreads. They weren't quite finding the success in that mid-rounding style. So now you're just being a little bit more patient. Jing looking for his moments. and has been really on point so far, to say the least.
No, he very much has. I mean, he's 9-1-1 here at the moment. Remember, the DRX is going to certainly dialing if this timeout is not able to find a conversion off the back of it. So that's a big improvement compared to the last outing here for PRX, where Jing certainly had his absences.
Yep. I think of the three agents that we mainly see Jing play these days, the Sage is the one that concerns me the most at times. I think it works really well on this comp, potentially, again, but it hadn't come to fruition until today, until now, at least so far. We'll see if they can, continue this run throughout the rest of the half, but this round, absolutely a must-win.
This time, going for the rush play here. Pushes forward, there's a big reveal, but it's going to be a quick escape from Flashback. Does manage to avoid catastrophe, still eats a bit of damage on the exit.
And that's okay. You can do that now because you've been conditioning them that you're going to be slower off the start. Something with that judge trying to tuck into the corner.
Okay, Henman does manage to find that one. I thought perhaps he missed the timing of Splashback when sprinting through that smoke, but Henman also able to find another kill. Batman does get taken down, but the AWP here from Divine now ringing out, now being known. The Flashback is deep here in the site, and Forsaken has no read of that whatsoever. Losing to a backstab, and now he's got two players with plenty of cash, but with an operator to try to retake a site versus 4. You know that you felt damage, but the question is, do you actually try to commit in for this?
You could maybe throw Jing at it and just see if he could find anything.
It's Jing, the first one to start backing away, so the call to save has been made. DRX, one player sacrifice, will be able to get themselves on the board here. Just a quick pacey hit, a trap play. Doesn't really get sprung by PRX on the opposite side of the map. They managed to execute well on the B.
And it's just DRX going back to what makes them so successful, right? Like I said earlier, I think the name stands for does ridiculous executes. And just right there, you're seeing why, right? Like they're so good in those set plays. But they're going to need more than just that, I would suspect, potentially. But I think I'd keep dipping into that well until PRX proves that they can stop it. That right there, really good stuff. Getting Flashback in there, not having to worry about something because Flashback throws his ult through, Forsaken just not really registering that maybe the dimensional drift had ended there.
No, you big head.
You have a big head?
I believe that's what he said.
Okay, maybe it means like big brain.
Yeah, could be.
Or maybe he's just insulting his players. Not sure. Either way, onward we go. DRX is going to be able to get some back-to-backs here. Obviously, the money. It's going to take a lot of consecutive round wins for DRX to break the bank of PRX at this point.
Giving yourself good opportunity here in this round with the ult cycles as well. Bane one away, Hyunmin one away from their big game changers. See if they can get those orbs scooped up and get cycled into it. Actually going to give it to Freeing, puts his one away as well from a Steel Garden. Batman looking to find some damage somewhere. Forsaken got lit up a bit off screen.
Not fully sure how. Maybe just standing forward into the smoke. A bit of spray from Mako's Phantom, perhaps. Does allow for something to get posted up on this angle, and there's the heal coming through, and there's the peak as Mako does go down.
Oh, that's brutal. That's your smoke's gone for this round.
Smoke's gone. Speaking of which, the one's dissipating here in front of B main. All set up as well from Jing to try to delay, and Freeing has to check every single angle to make sure that there's no one posted up on top of this. But now Jing swings back around, scales forward instantly over towards bench. He's getting a lot of map control, getting a lot of information. That's why you see the rotation starting to come through for PRX. Now
wow.
The swoop in, and the tap on the Bane is just absolutely gorgeous from Jing. Completely dismantles them. He finds himself now 11-1, potentially looking for that 12th kill here, and he will find it. It's going to be another 3K, a flawless PRX up 5-1.
You gotta love the timing here that Jing is taking. It almost doesn't work out. DRX kind of gets a sense of it, but he just wins out the fight. He's just too good right now. Hyunmin there, just able to duck the collat. Jing stops him in his tracks as he's trying to rotate over. And I like this aggression. Again, different looks. Every round has been something quite different from Jing in his positioning, in the way that he's delaying with his wall. In this case, looking for the lurk late round. All these little things that we're seeing added into his game today are why he is lighting up the scoreboard.
He was watching that previous game, clearly. Saw Scuba going crazy on Abyss. Well, yeah, I could do that. Absolutely incredible from him. He's already one charge away from his second res of the half here at round 7.
Absolutely bananas.
Right here.
Trying to test that A site pressure. Wall at the front. A lot of the Vice util in tree. So this is going to be a little bit tricky potentially for DRX. There's a lot of stall ability here. See if they can hold on.
Fury looking for the opener, but Forsaken able to snipe Hyunmin out of the sky.
Oh.
Quick escape there on the TP. Flashback, pushing forward at trees, able to find one with Forsaken. Comes up with a third. Mako able to find one there with that Sheriff. Recovers a weapon, has to go for the reload, but Jing is on the approach, and he's got the timing. The kill is his. The lead continues to get stretched for PRX.
They're just fearless today. And the timings here are so precise. Nice little flick up, a dodge out of the Hunter's Fury and the trailing Hyunmin for Forsaken, and he doubles down. Gets a 3K to boot. Absolutely just fearless are these PRX players. And they are starting to run away with things here. DRX has enough for this buy. If they lose this one, they're going to be back onto an eco. Need to find a way to get value out of these ultimates. You've got some big ones. You've got that Convergent Paths. You've got the Steel Garden. Should be a very winnable round if you can get some value out of those. Something, though, so far forward.
He's tucked in here. Hyunmin able to find one. Forsaken going to be dead over at main. Spot out the kill. Something gets out scot-free, gets the trade. That's freeing down. No more Steel Garden to be concerned about. Jing just trying to set the wall. Will be able to do so. Back pedals, gets the heals going through. Hyunmin at the same time. Going for the entry, swings back Jen. Caught with a flash. Held up here for the moment. Just has to try to clear that clone. Site is going to be taken, but DRX trying to go for this plant, but something now disrupting. Sprinting at them here with the Dimensional Drift in play. It's his exit over towards A main. That's exactly where Flashback's exit is set up, and now Mako's going to be dead. The spike is not even planted yet. And this round is starting to get away from them. It's just going to be Hyunmin to try to do it all, but he can only find the one. Patman will get them over the line. DRX continue to be in dire straits.
Just classic PRX right here. Wanting to get aggro as you're trying to get into your plant. Just getting ahead of the curve. This is something they do so well. And it's all because something is able to get his ult going. And he's able to use it so effectively, create that extra angle that DRX has to worry about from main as well. And just ruins the plant attempt before it can even be started. And it's going to have to be, yeah.
I was wondering. Starting to hit that point where it feels like that second timeout is absolutely necessary. Will be committed here to just try to rescue as much as they can here in this opening half. This double duelist is not finding the value that it's used to seeing here.
Absolutely correct. And, you know, the PRX players just, you know, have talked to me about how they were a little nervous going up against this comp because of just how chaotic it can be, how crazy it can be. Obviously, PRX, a team known to enjoy the chaos a bit, but even, you know, with kind of DRX coming into this tournament with an idea to sort of almost take a page out of PRX book in some manners, that they're able to hang on no problem so far. They're looking really in control of this. They're the ones setting the tempo. They're the ones setting the pace. And again, it all started with Jing, and now you're just getting really good mid-rounds, really good reads, shutting down every execute so well. You know, whether it be the Vice util, the Sage util, you're getting some really nice flashes. All of those things coming together here for PRX, and it's all about the timing and the calling and the confidence.
Well, back into the fray. Final timeout call here from DRX, barring an OT, has been committed and burned. They are staring down the barrel of a multitude of ultimates as well as being on an eco.
Time to jump. See if they want to.
Garden itself, maybe not going to find the most value. Will get the Stingers out of hand, at least for now. It's just going to be Hyunmin quickly refracting back out towards safety. This execute here from DRX has very much been slowed up. Goodbye. Getting caught there with Ching, finding a hell of a shot on a flashback as they say we don't need the guns. Take them away if you want. We will take your life. Ching gets himself another 3K with Sheriff in hand. And DRX cannot buy a round.
That is absolutely backbreaking. I mean, when you commit the Steel Garden, the Sheriffs are there in the back pocket. The PRX, fearsome Jing just dialed in today. Another 3K. What is that, 4 or 5?
It's a lot. It is a lot. You see the coach camera, Alex is popping off.
Wait,
With
what world is this?
positivity.
Have I changed dimensions?
It's absolutely insane. He's got 17 kills with 9 rounds played.
Unbelievable. Well, Flashback has his ult. Still sitting on a res as Jing just hasn't needed to use it. Patman has the Hunter's Fury as well. So my goodness, DRX got to dig deep here, find some way. Use this dimensional drift to get a good read, get a good execute. See if you can get around some of this oppressive Sentinel util. Jing again up on the wall, but taking a really tight angle here. Expecting that maybe somebody would be trying to play through that smoke. Maybe Mako is going to get aggressive in that position. TP coming his way. Jing going to back off for now. 3-man stack heading over towards A. This looks to be
right here,
kind of the landing zone here, but there hasn't been much contact on the map for either side, so kind of playing a guessing game. Our PRX trying to figure out exactly how they want to maneuver themselves. They've maybe guessed wrong, and it's a TP over to try to disguise this dimensional drift.
Spot on the 1. Not sure if he actually did see Jing there. Paranoia was sent out behind this with Flashback. He's going to make an exit here into Hell on the A site, otherwise unoccupied here by PRX. We'll have to start looking for a retake. Something going to be wary about this potential flank coming through. Will not read it quite well as late shocker from Patman is able to find Mako. Must have sent that one out before the Hunter's Fury had been committed. Either way, lands, finds a kill, keeps it into a 4v4. Gunman trying to hold the door. Wide swing out, but freeing with covering fire out from Cat, able to find 2. DRX seems like at long last they're going to be able to find themselves a second round win. Patman still with potential to be able to do some damage here. Operator has been collected as well. Get a kill? The answer is going to be no. Damn near flawless, just the shotgun on the Mako. The draw blood as DRX will finally be able to double up.
Yeah, and you know, showing just how valuable that Your ult is. Getting that great info. They can open up the A site, get that plant down, get into that post-plant scenario. Much tougher for PRX to deal with that. A great crossfire setup at Tree because of freeing, finding the timing on the backstab to something. Finally able to kind of win out. One of those scenarios that comes down to just who's going to get the read on who. Flashback going to have an op coming into this round as well. DRX, 2 more to go in this half. Let's see if they can make it an 8-4. End on the right foot. Some pressure from freeing, but something's challenging with this op. That gets rid of the wall, though.
Freeing had considered, I think, a swing to clear the drone, but wisely tucks away. Avoids this operator here. Here's that jump forward, and he has to know who's going to be the other side of that corner. Stays tucked here for the moment. DRX, though, not really scaling forward. Flashback just now beginning to take some space into mid, but they've widely been contained by this one-way smoke in A main.
Yeah, they're just being really slow. Really trying to work out if there's going to be any lurks, any attempted kind of pressure on the map from PRX. I just seen the jump spot there from Devi. Wall up for Jing. This also seems to be part of the game for them. Waiting this Sage wall out. They don't want to give that extra info over intentionally, at least so far.
It's a late placement, though. They're going to have to clear this.
Yep.
Something once again on the hunt. Pushing forward, and it looks like freeing might just be falling into the trap, and he has. Patience, a virtue here for something. Order with another kill. We'll see segments need to be broken down, but they just don't have great weaponry for it. Bane could use the Phantom, but I think he wants to try to save that precious ammo. Thorns now set up to try to slow them up as Mai faces forward, finding a good amount of damage there. On to Bane, gets the finishing shot. Now the time starting to get away from him here is Jing. Take out one, but Trey there on the Devi, but Jing still set into the corner. Is absolutely indomitable in this map. 20 kills. As PRX lock up a 9-2 half.
And it's another 3K.
10 seconds left.
This is maybe the best half of Valorant I've ever seen from Jing, and we've seen some damn good ones. But what a moment to step up. A lot of questions sometimes when he's not on that raise, and he's answering them in a big way.
24-1. is absolutely ridiculous. And he's had this res for the longest time, just hasn't really had a need to use it.
No.
Maybe in the previous, you could argue, but so quickly we're PRX overwhelmed. Now they're looking to go ahead and get themselves a 10-2 half. PRX at this point going to be praying for a 9-3, but that's a very good shot from Ring. Dodges the up shot and responds in con. Convergent path's now going to be sent out over towards the A site. Forsaken, however, not going to be caught by this up at heaven. Paranoia. Okay.
Ring?
Is able to go ahead and jump away, but Patman now going to be taking down flashback trade into Dubai, able to find that kill. Push from Jing, getting ready to come through, might be able to find a catch, but no, it's just going to be the res to get something back into the fight. Brings it now into a 4v4. Spring shows that he is still present on this side of the map.
Cool.
And Flash does not connect. Just backpedaling away. These two players, though, a world apart. That still plays well. DRX trying to defend the site, but Freeing does get caught. Timing from Mako, found on the Jing. TP forward across. Forsaken gets himself situated here at A main, but Hyunmin very quick to adjust. Finds the shutdown and gets himself a 3K of his own. DRX will rescue a third round.
But just a dominant half from PRX. Really have found good tweaks on this defender's side to get themselves well situated to take their opponent's map pick away from them.
DRX going to need to come out swinging. None of these round wins have been consecutive. They've all been spread out. They've all been very labored.
Didn't want to join.
They need to have a stronger start if they want to try to run this one back. Otherwise, try to get a ton on Lotus, and that is a scary prospect for them. Let's go ahead, though, as we go into the halftime break. Send it over to Lou, who's hanging by in one of our various watch party booths.
What a pleasure for me to be joined by Whipper, French DRX, big fan, and of course co-streamer. Whipper, mon frère, tu le sais, Renaud, je suis trop contente de t'avoir ici au Champions. On va se poser quelques petites questions. And we have Zerator right behind us. So first of all, where did that passion for DRX started from? We know you've been following them since 2021. So why this team and not another? And why are you still rooting for them even when they're struggling like on a scène? Donc pourquoi cette passion pour DRX depuis 2021? Et pourquoi tu continues de les suivre même quand c'est un peu galère?
Il y a ni plus ni moins mon joueur préféré, Mako, qui joue dans l'équipe. J'adore son style de jeu, je m'y reconnais énormément. Et pourquoi ils vont en venir? Parce qu'ils sont arrivés avec un plan dans ces Champions. La Waylay, le Yoru, ça marche, ça a fait ses preuves et ils peuvent encore revenir.
So why do I still believing in them here at Champs? Because they came with a plan, the Yoru Waylay, it's gonna work whether it's on this map or not. And I've been following Mako, he's my favorite player since 2021. So that's why I'm rooting for them nonetheless. And you have a beautiful community that has been following you for years now. But if you have to give, you know, our viewers 2 good reasons to join the Whip City community, what would it be? Donc big shout out à la communauté des Whip City évidemment, mais si tu devais l'élargir et donner 2 raisons de les rejoindre, ça serait quoi?
Les courses de billes pour commencer. Et en vrai, je suis là tout le temps pour toutes les ligues, tous les niveaux, Game Changers, Challengers, VCT, je suis là à chaque fois. Donc je suis un rendez-vous sur lequel on peut compter, je pense. Voilà.
Notre rendez-vous de watch party préféré, of course. So yeah, I'm doing all watch parties, Game Changers, you know, Challengers, every league. So if you're just an esports fan of VALORANT, just join. And of course, we are doing marble races in my chat. So you can, of course, tune in. Merci beaucoup, Renaud. Thank you so much. And we're going to see if DRX can take the win or not on Ascent. See you.
Seems like a man of culture, likes Mako, has got a good taste in glasses, and yeah, go ahead and check him out, of course. But let's go ahead and dive into our Coinbase Econ report here, and Jing.
Take a guess.
Jing. I like Jing.
Jing good.
Zoom in on Jing. There we go. It's big damn. The TLDR.
Yeah. This is the Three Gorges Dam here. This is absolutely massive. I mean, look at that. He is just destroying Flashback, too. I mean, that shuts down so much of that entry power that DRX wants to bring into these situations. Yeah, you've got Hyunmin there as well, but so much of it is predicated on those extra flashes and things like that that you can get into the mix. And just wrecking Flashback after he had such a good performance for DRX against MIBR to get here. Tough start, but who knows? It's Ascent, it's defender's side.
All being at the turn of this Pistols. There's a ping reveal, but it's going to be Bane who actually ends up taking the brunt of the damage.
Oh, this is going to be completely unnoted. Hyunmin has found so much space off of this. I mean, unless PRX just fully commits to this B hit, in which case you're running into the strong side of DRX. You're still going to have the fast rotations from Mako and Hyunmin. I mean, this has to just be an extremely clean execute for PRX, and you better hope that DRX's players don't find this timing on the lurk.
Oh, there it
Too
is.
bad.
Hyunmin able to find it. Tabin goes down. That means that the spike now dropped, and that very much slows up the approach. Thorns as well going to be popped as something. It's a TP forward over towards Steps. The swing out, and somehow Bane surviving. He's able to find that one free. Able to answer back and kill as well as Bane gets himself a second. Heroics being put up from this guy. Spike starting off the round with basically no health. Spike now a world away here from Divide, completely, utterly surrounded. He tries to advance forward. The swing is going to be there, and Hyunmin will be the one to put him down. DRX find the pistol that they desperately needed.
Yeah, that's a massive win for DRX. And it's all off the back of that early pressure that they're able to create with Hyunmin. Able to take so much space, find that pick. Wow, Bane on the fadeaway there. Finds two. A little bit off the mark for the PRX players on some of those shots, but yeah, you can hear the sighs of relief here for DRX. They really needed to get things going in their favor. They were just blown out of the water in that first half, but now they've got an opportunity to maybe return the favor, just a sheriff for Divide. Otherwise, a couple Guardians. You got the Spectre, you got the Bulldog, you got the Marshall.
Divide looking for a timing, but will end up getting taken down. But he's usually so consistent with, not going to be doing well for him as Hyunmin quickly comes up with a 4K out in mid. Some clean taps from the Guardian. DRX on themselves now a 2-0 start in the second half.
Now let's see if DRX is going to be able to diagnose and cure some of these mid-pressure, these mid-lurks that DRX has been able to prescribe for themselves, because you're going to have to start shutting that down if you're going to get any purchase into these attack-sided rounds. So I think you got to just make sure that you're at least contesting that space early. You know, let Divide, let Forsaken control the extremities, control B main, A main, but really some of the other players need to be working on this. Flashback loves this smoke position. Wants to try to
again.
Yeah.
Pushing forward here in the mid, spot on the Jing, but just can't quite line it up. Able to find a smattering of damage. She of course can heal off. Trying to scale forward, but again, missing each other there as Flashback. Take it down over at bench.
Jing is just wrecking him.
And the game continues. Another kill. Bane now leading out the drone, trying to spot anything here in the mid. Just gets a glimpse of Forsaken. A world away, swing around the back. A quick peek there, but Frame does end up getting noted. And now you've got Jing in a punished position, ready to shut him down on a re-entry.
Because of Divide's wall.
Bane now to try to hold this line. Finds two quick shots! Tucks back, Recon at the ready, dodges a paranoia. Swoops in. Tiny little lick of damage, but overall will be overwhelmed, I should say. Still does give Mako and Hyunmin a potential opportunity to try to swing this one back.
I'm not doubting it yet.
What a transfer of momentum it would be if they're able to find this and get the bonus converted. Bring it to just a 3-round deficit. I'm going to be working against them a bit here, though. Only really have damage on Divide.
Still have a paranoia.
Gets sent across. Players in both going to be connected upon as Mako scaling forward, able to find Divide. Needs to do it all himself, but we'll just get caught on the timing, trying to set up for the diffused smoke. Forsaken will find 3, and PRX, they suffer some losses, but they managed to deny that bonus conversion.
Yeah, it's really nice damage done by PRX, but I like the early part of this round, even though they get caught out by Bane's utility. And again, just gotta give a huge shout out to Bane, the way he has been stepping up as a support player, and then he hits 2 crazy good sheriff shots to boot in this round, but he's doing so much work on the Sova for DRX throughout this event. You know, the shooting may not be as flashy as a Hyunmin or a Flashback, but man, he's still good for a few, it feels like. He's always, you know, there for the trades, there for the setup with the util. Man's just doing a nice job.
Now you've got that op in Flashback's hands, and this is where it needs to get flashy. This is where he needs to find his impact. He's been so clean with this sniper the whole event throughout. Very large reason for why they've made it this far to begin with.
Yep. He's been incredible. Let's see what the setup is.
I'm not going to get cleared out. Sets up an exit path. And we'll just go ahead and take that. Quick little jump back in towards Pizza.
Just a matter here. where PaperX wants to go, but Hyunmin had swung out wide. Oh, the whiff!
So that's a raid boss down, but Flashback does get traded. The operator now on the floor. Crossfire attempt here from Bane, trying to refill that space. Does manage to find Divide, tucks back around the corner. As Hyunmin quickly cleans up another 2 kills. Now just something here in mid. A 1v3 with the spike still dropped. Bane will swoop forward. Something will be able to clean that one up. It's a tiny bit of damage, and gets timing here by Freeing. Now down to 46. Freeing just opting to back away. Mako now taking that space in
left.
mid. Trying to keep this angle covered and will be able to find the punish. 2 players left standing. That gets damn close. The operator to be recovered. DRX, though, managing to fight back a bit more.
Yeah, this is a really nice round from Hyunmin.
slow.
Just found a great timing there as Jing was trying to do a little bit of mid-exploration himself.
Spike down.
Just gets shut right down, and Hyunmin,
He's 3
Follows
kills away
up.
from tying Jing.
that's crazy. He's just gone crazy. Timeout, gonna be taken by PaperX. See what they want to think about. And that was brutal too. Jing having that res maybe for part of the rest of the round. Something's gonna have his ult though coming into this one, so I think this is a great time to take a timeout here as PaperX really lean into the fact that you've got some opportunities here to maybe change your destiny a bit, whether it be in this round or the next, depending on how you want to manage your economy here. I'm assuming this is gonna be a bit of a save for PaperX. But man, you'd love to get like a Convergent Pass or a Hunter's Fury out of DRX here. If you do go for the eco, you have to imagine it's going to be mostly Sheriffs. Then think about how you want to get value out of that Dimensional Drift, how you want to either just ignore mid because you want to turn up the tempo, just go for some big flashy executes, or maybe getting Patman a little bit more involved in some of that util battle with Bane, trying to make sure that you're identifying when and where the DRX players are stepping out. Make sure you've got Short A on lockdown so Hyunmin can't keep stepping out into the open and tearing your heads off.
We're starting to get up to the pace that we were kind of expecting from the outset in this game. It was very slow to start with DRX. Widely just getting swatted aside by PaperX. Starting to find their footing. We're starting to get more into that namesake-specific gameplay here between these squads. Let's see, though, if PaperX are going to be able to work some thrifty magic. DRX will be able to bring that gap just a bit closer.
Yeah, just making sure they've got those ults ready for the next round. Who knows, maybe even this round if things start to go their way a bit. Like getting one away from the Steel Garden for Devi. Quick rotate over to the other side. A smoke there to back Hyunmin off that tree. That's a nice little adjustment.
There's Mako here for the moment. He's going to tuck into Wine.
You have to anticipate this. You know that Mako loves this spot.
Not sure where that went, but it wasn't onto Mako. Might have been close, but things quiet here for now.
They pinged it.
Maybe waiting for Devi to try to make some noise, draw some attention back across the opposite side of the map. Drop down, gonna be heard. Paranoia at the ready. Now sent the swing coming through, and Hyunmin quickly collecting the 2 in front of him. And there's the 3rd.
Spike down A. One enemy
4th
remaining.
now to fall, and Hyunmin is gonna be hunting for an ace. Flashback, however, will take it away, but DRX get themselves a flawless round win, denying PaperX any hope of a thrifty.
Yeah, just a nice setup here. Even though PaperX knows what's coming at them, they still can't stop it. And that saturate from Hyunmin, so oppressive.
Slowing them down.
With this last kill, he overtakes Jing. He's now 23 and 11. He has somehow slingshotted his way to the top of the standings.
적군이 한 명 남았습니다.
I didn't think that was going to be possible in this map. I thought Jing was just going to run away with it. But Hyunmin really standing tall now. Flashback going to be the one at short this time. Again, pings awareness from PaperX. Looks like they're going to try that same dimensional drift that we saw Flashback do in the previous half. Got the TP set up there at the top of the stairs in mid. Here we go.
Crash across into mid.
I don't know if he saw him.
I'm not sure if he turned back either. I think he saw him there, though. Crash does get taken by Flashback, repositioning. Entry now into the side coming through, and Jing just going to be caught. Flashback able to find Forsaken. The convergent paths now as well to lock up the front of sight. Something stuck behind the other side of the stage wall is able to find one, but Divine needs to steady that spray. Just cannot do it fast enough. Now a hinder out onto the two players, and PRX been held at bay. Drone to spot. You see one. Very much guess that the other's going to be there to follow.
Oh my. DRX is really doing it.
They just can't even get out of wine.
No, they're stuck.
Another smoke. Cycle forward. Something does manage to find one. They have the spike in
30
hands.
seconds
It's an
left.
opportunity to try to play this one out, but it's a lot of weight here onto the shoulders of Batman.
They have enough time, I
Maintenance is
think.
spitting a recon that's not going to be coming.
They actually might get the plant down here.
They want to get Thorn's timing, though. That would just be something dead on the floor. Starting to understand now, so Thorn's one going to be
10
popped.
seconds left.
Swing around the back, Patman catching a glimpse. Spike now being committed to just here at the bottom of the back stairs. PRX an opportunity to try to bail themselves out. Swing this round. It feels like they have no right to do so. Break the door, ready to come through. Something basically needing to hit a headshot to have any chance to really impact the round from here. Spot onto one. Has to back away, but this is already decent time buying. There's Mako dealt with something, finding one, but eventually will just get overwhelmed. Unable to find that opening kill, so the fuse just going to be passed over to Freeing to try to get that next Steel Garden online. And DRX are just 2 rounds away from tying this up.
And this is a massive round for DRX in multiple ways. You get the dimensional drift out of something, and you put the economy on the back foot again for PRX.
Standing.
This defender side has been incredible, and PRX, just like DRX on the other side of the coin, is struggling to find answers, struggling to find any kind of footing. So they're gonna have a bit of a buy coming through. A lot of half armors, a regen shield, and a couple ults. That Steel Garden has to be impactful here for Devi. He's playing a little bit safe early. Actually going to be the outlaw for Flashback, recognizing the economic situation that PRX would be in. That's even more dangerous than an operator in most ways. They're just really trying to set up for this mid control, but again, DRX has a good setup initially.
Drone able to get a spot on the 2. As Forsaken does face forward into it. Approaching the market. Getting ever closer, with just Hyunmin around this corner, Freeing waiting over on the stairs side. Saturate's gonna be sent early, just catches the clone. Will be cleared, and the back of that swing, able to find the catch here onto Hyunmin.
It's a nice beta utility though.
He's about to reface into this, I think.
He wants it.
And signs to back away. Something just trying to draw attention at this point, but loses his life instead as Mako finds the timing on a Forsaken. Paranoia immediately sent over towards Tree. PRX are very much boxed in. Trying to fight their way forward. The spike now being taken over towards Window. Hyunmin's right here at the ready, but it's going to be Freeing on the flank. Who guns down too. And this is over. No opportunity for Batman to find any kind of value. It's a flawless round, another for DRX, as they are just 1 away from tying this up.
What a comeback that they're running. This is a huge win for Hyunmin, up to 24-12. And is absolutely on one. Freeing with another great timing to backstab the PRX players. And oh boy, we have got a match on our hands. And it is going to be the second timeout from PRX to try to get this figured out. I don't think Alex is going to be popping off anymore. I imagine.
No, certainly not.
Yeah, poor Bach in there is feeling the pain.
Bach is taking the beating. Players now, though, certainly going to be feeling the pressure from a 9-3 half. Now just finding one from on your attacking side. DRX have just been working a masterclass with this defense. Not sure what Hyunmin ate during the break, but he had maybe some kind of snack in between on the halftime, and he has just been absolutely killer.
That's crazy. Nothing else needs to be said. He's been so impactful, especially when he's been controlling some of those, mid points of the map that open up some space for PRX, whether it be in market, whether it be in short A. He's been so impactful at locking down that extra angle that PRX would love to create. Instead, he's been the guy just there. He has always stood tall This is something that really impressed me with DRX against MIBR was their ability to take contact fights. They were so clean in those situations. They're showing you again. They've still got it in them, even after a rough start. You never even got into the Steel Garden for Devi. The whole round just unraveled. And that's brutal for PRX.
Now 3 ults, 2. Just a charge away from Batman and something. Have the full stacked deck. Early pop of the wall here. B main gunman wanting to keep Devi's attention trained.
And Devi's been having a bit of a rough go of it. Kind of controlling that B main space. This is...
The devil. Oh my god! Well,
what?
He heard you talking smack, and there you go. Claps back, a massive shot.
Unk must have heard me down there.
Yeah. Flashback on the floor. He's sighting out. Primed here for the taking. Mako into the corner, however, goes unread. Is able to find one as Forsaken will fall, and Kedman swings around the back of Jen. Shorty in hand to find something. The spike in hand here for Jing. They're very much being contained back. As the smoke gets cycled forward, there's still that Vice util just in front.
Left.
Make this even more painful.
Devi.
He's calling for the rotation. It's only 20 seconds though.
DRX is reading it.
Gunman starting to try to get the approach. Patman watching for this. And there's a shot, there's a spike on the floor, and there is the round done and dusted. A great shot for Devi, but just not enough of an opener to really make a go of this one, to try to pull off a thrifty. No survivors. We're tied up 10-10. DRX are bringing this back.
This is just awesome from Mako. Taking that off angle initially, throws the paranoia out. Hyunmin quick to dive in with the shorty. And then you've got the Vice wall there at the door of A main to block any more reinforcements. So this is it. This is what the timeout had to be about. You have every single ult. Close to a few for DRX as well. They're one away from flashbacks, one away from freeings.
Mind you, since Hyunmin overtook Jing, Jing hasn't gotten a single kill.
That's crazy. He was so sharp to start.
5 ultimates, this has to be the round to try to break away. Even then, a full commitment of all 5 just to get one round. It's still a bad feeling for PRX. Clear the shot, the death. Patman now dead on the floor. Something pushing forward, exiting out of the dimensional drift. The saturate going to be connecting, and it's perfectly timed as Hyunmin swoops around the backup box, finds the kill there. Jing finally able to break the dry spell. Just managed to find a kill here. It's the operator down, but freeing. Still able to find more. Devi eliminated. Jing still fighting back. Comes up with a third. The res is there. Suddenly the player advantage is in the hands of PRX.
What did Jing just do?
Weapons to be recovered. Bane and Mako to try to see if they can somehow reverse their fortunes here in this round. Start off looking so damn good for them.
This almost feels unfair.
Mako on the approach here, able to find cover going a spot on a 1. Shadows. Paranoia still at the ready, fakes the TP forward. Paranoia gonna be sent. Gets the connection there on the Jing, who does manage to bound away. Mako able to find one, but cannot get the transfer. Forsaken and Jing do survive, and PRX, they finally fight back. Get themselves right back into the lead.
Just the most PRX stuff you're ever gonna see. It looks like the round's just over, and right as the Steel Garden is popping, Jing's like, nah, I'm gonna swing. And he gets 2, and then has the res. He heard you talking, I guess.
Yeah, must have. Woke him up. Did take 3 ultimates there from the side of PRX, but still do have some critical ones. Forsaken potentially able to get funny with it with that from the shadows as flashback. Flash off the angle and eating damage, peeking back in, gets punished, and that is a monstrous kill to be found by something.
Great setup there from PRX, using that flash to keep pushing space. Something gets another.
Just run them down 1 by 1. Kedman frantically trying to make his way across over towards this B site where you've got freeing forward in main.
Ooh,
locks on for a headshot. So that's going to be the cancellation of the ult. Still freeing. Widely alone here on the site, trying to get the spot onto Jing, who's boosted up top of the wall. Mako managed to force him down, but Mako again, finding a timing. Forsaken does fall. A 3v3. Mako still a world away, though. Even trying to join in with his players as the approach comes through, just sliding it down the side. Shock dart into the corner, but Free holding his own. Instant with the headshot, just a hair off from being able to find Jing and Divine. Wins his fight versus Gentleman. Suddenly it's Mako to try to clutch it. One smoke, still a paranoia. Both players playing backside.
If there's anybody who can do it, it's this guy right here.
It's been a bit of a quiet map from him, but Mako, cover going out, known to show up when his team needs him the most to try to bail him out. Check to the left, nothing spotted quite just yet. Should know that they're both going to be playing here at boats, but the time is starting to work against them. Paranoia going to be sent TPs over into the corner, looking for the swing, and cannot find it. Jing will be able to hold his own as PRX make their way up to map point, one away from taking down DRX's map pick.
Gotta be a confidence booster here for something in this round. That player who you're looking to get those entry frags, to get those first kills, is able to find two to break things open, and it's got him on his feet. PRX, one away from taking their opponent's map pick. Heading on over to Lotus with that advantage. Patman sitting on a Hunter's Fury, Convergent Paths, and Dimensional Drift for DRX. So some really big tools here to stop this run. They can get to these spots, but PRX now looking to make some contact fights, looking to punish Flashback early, trying to take that aggressive position in that smoke again, and Hyunmin wins another.
The top mid is just so snappy with it. Quickly finds the kill, refracts back out to safety. Something trying to take that space, but the spike still going to be dropped here. PRX will recover that as Forsaken pushes over. The clear of the clone. Something saturated, Flashback trying to find it, but find Forsaken instead. Once again, the spike now down on the floor. Something dead, Divine, gone. Patman frantically scrambling to try to get his way over to mid, but there's so many players from DRX. Would have to be an ace clutch. That's the first step. There's the second. He's looking for the third. Flashback will shut him down. 12-11, DRX, one away from sending this into overtime.
I mean, again, this angle just isn't accounted for by PRX, and then they forget about Flashback in mid. It's like some of the lessons they maybe had learned in the early part of this half are starting to float away from the PRX players' brains because they can't leave Hyunmin to his own devices in that short position. He's just been too damn clean. And now you've got all these ults. He didn't have to use a single one for DRX in that round because it was so good. It's PRX. See what they want to do. Doesn't look like anything super aggressive. Divide. It's a little bit of damage from the shock dart, but nothing severe.
Already a call to pivot's being made.
He's trying to contest this wall, but instead they're just, yeah. They don't like what they see. Maybe they heard the wall over up by A.
Yeah, wall at A does get popped as the Euroclone goes through. Got 3 players from DRX still set up on that position. Try to watch, but drone going forward into main should tell them it's really going to be anybody home on that side of the map. Freeing now. Once again has to try to hold the site. Gun gonna be clean. Jing boosted up over the top now. Dead. Freeing. Able to find that one as Bane with the Hunter's Fury takes down something. Flashback will fall. Forsaken tucked into the corner here. That Lumber just frantically trying to stay alive. Hunter's Fury with the final pulse will be able to get a connection on the Bane, but it's not going to be the kill. Player advantage for the moment here in the hands of DRX. Thrown out over the top, able to get a spot there, a glimpse onto Hyunmin, but Freeing still holding the close angles. Forsaken is trying to scale forward, but he cannot, just does not have the weaponry. Savai now, the 1v3, paranoid into the corner, the spike, dropped on the floor in front of him.
30 seconds left. I have the spike.
Tries to recover it and gets spammed down so very low. And what more can he do? Mako is already sprinting over in case he tries to make his way over to the A site, but I just don't think he has the time for anything.
No.
This is effectively a KD play. Just has to full sprint, full send it across the map.
10 seconds left.
Makes his way through, taps the door. A second to go, Mako will be there, no! But he's already won the round. He stopped him from planting. It's a clean shot from Divine, but to no avail. Get ready, because we're going to overtime.
Crazy stuff from both teams. Both going 9-3 on their defender's side to send it into OT. And so far, Hyunmin already up to 30, Jing at 27. Who is going to be the one to break Who is going to be able to get that attacker side win first? That seems to be where you would think things can turn around. Again, just phenomenal stuff from Hyunmin and Freeing. Just the push and pull on site there, so good. A great Hunter's Fury from Bane on the timing. It just completely smothered PRX out.
Like, I know there's some co-streamers who maybe have not watched Valorant. Maybe this is the first time that you're really tuning in and checking out the game. Just want to let you know, this is the potential for the entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Don't take the first series. You know, that was boring. That was just slop. This is peak.
And this is kind of what we've come to expect from these two teams when they square up against each other. Seems like it's always hard fought, tooth and nail. Trying to push through towards Devi's util here. Hyunmin up and over. Just pacey. Gotta wait here though. Don't want to overcommit is something. Gotta look for your timing. DRX is taking a pause right underneath the market. This is tricky. Door closed.
Having to be broken now. Ching able to find one before getting traded back. Flashback does eat a good amount of damage though, down to 44. Mako wary of a flank that is not coming through, but PRX have their ducks in a row. Everybody pretty much in position. It's just Forsaken playing offside here for the moment.
30 seconds left.
Something just trying to slow up the approach. Just trying to force them away. Fine, striking from backside, able to find one. 20 seconds remaining, so counter swing over to A. Not really going to be possible from here. They just have to try to press on and be able to punch their way through this site. They managed to do so, find the kills, but the spike is dropped. Bane had it in hand. DRX might be feeling like this round got away from him, and it certainly has. PRX find the opener here in overtime. Map point now back in their pocket.
This whole thing is on a knife's edge, and DRX kind of realizes that they're in a tricky position. So they call for this pause mid-round. Felt like I was watching an America's team here for a moment, just getting that space and then kind of talking things out, waiting it through. PRX giving them their respect, giving them a little bit of that extra timing, but I liked the decisions from both teams. Just it came down to some of those individual plays, individual moments, but the spike gets caught by Ali. Flashback again. So push further forward, some spam from PRX to see if they can suss him out. Hyunmin.
That push, but gets the clone, flashback at the same time, able to find a buy, pushing in from tile side. Hyunmin steadying the spray. Find something as well. DRX in here with the player advantage before the trade can come through. Freeing, pushing forward. He's still so crisp. Immediately shuts down Forsaken. Jing is dead, and now it's just Batman once more. A shot on the Bane to take him low. But it looks like this is far from over. This flashback has him contained, and Batman has no more bullets. A 3K, 13-13. We keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, again, sharp shooting here from DRX. Every time somebody's walking into crosshairs, they're popping heads. I mean, Hyunmin there, a little bit labored on the spray, but got the job done anyway. Flashback, he's been so on point. Continues to just be phenomenal in contact. Even though this map hasn't been the best for him, it's going to be a timeout.
From DRX.
It's like DRX, yeah, you're right. Really want to talk about this attacker side. Really want to get this one to go. You have so much faith in your defender side. It's a good opportunity here for Termi and Glow to get involved. You know, do they have some magic? Do they have one of those classic DRX executes? They're going to be able to dial in, because that's what we saw after one of their timeouts earlier. They came in and they just had a pacey play set up. And it worked a treat. It got them one of their rounds. That would be what I'm kind of thinking and expecting here as PRX, is that there's a set play coming at you. How are you going to have your protocols in place to react to that? Again, both teams have been incredible on their defender side. I think you start to worry a bit as PRX that this double duelist, maybe there's an opportunity here for DRX to capitalize. Turn the map on its head.
See if this time out, it's DRX over that hurdle. One step closer trying to close this. As time has gone on, everyone has started really leveling up their performances.
Deploying drone.
Oh, it's just been incredible to watch both teams fight. They are so understanding of each other, as you would expect. Smoke there. Something curious if there was going to be a push, trying to bait a response. Oh, Mako wins a big one against Forsaken.
Should have been favored there every single time, but Mako managing to just dodge the bullets, plot armor. Engaged. Hyunmin right there alongside him. He's able to cut down Jing. So far, things looking good for DRX to get the timeout conversion. Spike now being scooped up here into the hands of Bane. Taking it forward, it's just Patman. Tucked behind the box at Heaven.
I mean, Patman,
Portal
he
closed.
could get 2 kills before he goes down on A site.
2 kills.
There might be a chance.
Something on the prowl, ready to swing this corner. About to be face to face.
30
It's
seconds
free.
left.
Loses his, but flashback is there. That second layer. Patman looking for that second kill, but Mako denies it. Spike now to be planted in Devi, needing to do it all. A 1v3, or DRX gains the lead and gets up to map point.
Oh, even Mako has his ult to situate himself into wine. Just make this unbelievably difficult for Devi. He's got nothing but an arc rose. Flashback still has a couple flashes. Should be a sealed round. Devi has something to say about it.
He's done so many wonders for his team in the past. This one, though, 3 kills with the time, the clock against him. Hyunmin will be able to just go ahead and put him down. DRX now up to map point. Question is, does PRX call a timeout of their own? They invest everything.
I think you have to. I think you really have to as PRX. And this round isn't anything fancy from DRX. They're just patient. It's just Mako winning a couple big battles there, winning an individual fight against Forsaken, and then just anticipating that maybe someone's gonna pop through that smoke behind him, try to catch him off guard. You know, Jing goes for the big play. I get it. He's got to be feeling confident with the way this map has been going for him. But testing Mako like that, there's few that are going to make him look foolish in that situation.
Everything used here from both of these teams. PRX feeling like they got robbed in broad daylight. They end up losing this map, 9 and 3/2, getting up to 12. Opponent's map pick, it's gonna be a brutal loss if they can't recover it here.
Oh, and you're going to be thinking about those 2 rounds you couldn't close out that you had coming into overtime. That's going to be in the back of your mind. Well, maybe could have felt like you had a 2-0 day coming up for you, and now you're in a do or die on this map. To get this round to go. We'll see what PRX wants to do out of this timeout. And it's stacking up a few extra players over towards B to maybe help out Devi, looking to try to overwhelm, whether that be freeing or flashback. Those are often the 2 players you're going to see there. Same wall position as usual, though, from Devi. This is just mid-pressure. Hyunmin at least backed off. And he just doubles down. Just went crazy. Gets 2. Didn't even see it.
Devi finally gets involved. It's already far too late. More pressure here on the teammates. Mako not falling for the clone, but also not able to collect a kill here onto something. Immediately cuts back behind Generator. Forsaken. It's a quick little TP peek forward. Does manage to pop this wall. Spike in hand. Devi skirting closer. Entering into B main, but freeing. Dialed in on the angle. Market door already shut. DRX very much trying to limit the options here, but PRX is freeing. Lucky to be alive.
Oh, they gotta figure out a way to get onto this site. Bane has been doing nothing but watching. Devi trying to open the door here for something. Now Bane's attention goes forward. Something pressuring forward. They can get freeing out of the equation. Maybe there's a chance.
Seconds left.
Oh, Bane.
Able to find something in freeing. Still here, does get timing. Forsaken able to take him down, but as he goes trying to bound forward into the smoke, just ends up losing his life. Mako and Bane out. The 2v1, they have the timing, they have the map. 15 to 13, DRX run it back, take it to overtime. And they claim victory on their pick of ascent.
Oh, what a comeback here for DRX.